Hello, welcome to this live stream. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to start and keep a conversation with a girl without running out of words. So, what's going on, everybody? It's Idris here. If you are joining me live, welcome to the live stream. If you are joining me on replay, you are welcome as well. So, if you are joining me live, make sure you comment in the comment section below with hashtag leverage. If you are joining me live, make sure you comment in the comment section below with hashtag confidence nation. I'll be so excited with the comments and feedback you guys have been giving me so far, and thank you so much for everybody who wish me happy graduation. You can see I'm still wearing my graduation clothes. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to keep a conversation with a girl, how to start a conversation without running out of words. So let's dive into it. So yeah. All right, so today, all right, so I'm so pumped, man. All right, so today I'm going to talk about the number one secret you need to know about having an interesting conversation with any woman. And I'm also going to talk about how to start a conversation with any girl. And number three, I'm going to talk about how to keep the conversation going without running out of words. You know, when you start a conversation with a girl, you also need to keep the conversation going and without losing the energy and the vibe you are giving her. You have to keep the conversation going so that she will enjoy being with you. And lastly, we are going to have some Q&A. I'm going to answer all of your questions. So really quick, I want to introduce myself once again. If you're joining me live on this channel for the first time, my name is Idris, and this channel is dedicated to helping you guys unlock your confidence and living your best life. So let's dive into today's training. Now I'm going to start with the one secret you need to know about having an interesting conversation with any woman. Now, starting with the first one, there are two kinds of women in terms of having a conversation with a woman. If you want to have a conversation with a woman, you are going to experience different things because there is always individual different. So if you want to have a conversation with a girl, it's not the way you have a conversation with maybe your first girlfriend that you have a conversation with your second girlfriend. There's always going to be a difference. I realized this about 2 to 3 months ago. Anytime I'm with some girls, the way they usually give me the vibe, like they will be initiating the conversation, is different from some girls. Some girls, if you don't ask them question or if you don't initiate the conversation, they will just be looking at you. They are not fun to be with. So the first type of woman is the creative women. Now, this first type, once you start a conversation with them, hello, how are you doing, or how is your day, they will start asking you questions. They will initiate the conversation, and they are very creative and they are very fun to be with. Now the other type is non-creative women. Now the non-creative women, they are kind of like girls that they are a bit boring and they are not having an interesting life. If you don't ask them questions or if you don't initiate the conversation, they won't ask you anything or they won't keep the conversation going. They will just their character is just based on what you ask them. Maybe if you ask them a question, they will give you some answer, but they don't usually keep the conversation going or make the conversation fun. So now let's talk on how to start a conversation with any girl. Now, to start a conversation with any girl, the first tip I'm going to give you is to start with the right intention. I call those powerful intention. And why I call it powerful intention is because if you want to have a conversation with a girl, you have to know what is in your mind, why you want to have a conversation with her. Maybe let's say you are working, like yesterday coincidentally I met a girlfriend of mine who was working with one of her classmates. So we started conversation. I stopped them because I was just like freestyle. I was rapping. I can show you the video on my phone yesterday. I was just like I was trying to freestyle rapping and I saw her coincidentally with her classmates. You can see the video right here. So I was just playing with some of my guys. I was rapping in public and trying to do some crazy stuff. So coincidentally, I saw her with one of her classmates, and when I stopped, then I started the conversation. Then my intention was just to congratulate them. So since they also just finished their last exam, so I congratulate them and immediately I just initiate the conversation. Oh, you girls, when is your dinner party? Since you girls have now graduated, they now told me, oh, they don't used to have a dinner party. I said, wow, what is surprising? They say, yeah, and you girls are economic students, you count money every day. So that's how I started the conversation. So if you want to start a conversation with any woman, you have to start with the right intention. And these are some of the things you should consider. One, you want to start with why do you want to have a conversation with her? Maybe you want to date her, you want to collect a number. Let's say you meet a girl when you're walking maybe on the street or anywhere and you really like the girl and you want to collect her contact. You have to initiate the conversation to start the conversation so that you will collect a number, or maybe you just want to discuss something very important with her or just to have some fun. I'm also going to give you some few examples very shortly. So tip number two, okay, let me quickly give you example of some of this. Now, if you want to date a girl, maybe you just meet her and you want to date her, you can start with something like hi pretty or hello or excuse me dear, how are you doing? Then most times I do start with compliments. Oh, I just see a beautiful girl like you passing by and I really appreciate your beauty. I just want to say hi to you. Anyway, my name is Idris. I will tell her my name, and if it's a girl that is very fun to be with, immediately she will also introduce herself and tell you her name. But some girls, they will not tell you until you ask her what is her name, and she will not tell you. Then once she tell you, you will have to keep the conversation going. Now, the second type is maybe you want to collect a number, like you want to take the conversation further. Okay, I just if you don't mind, I would like to know you better, or I would like to have, since you are going somewhere, I would like to have a conversation with you another time. Can I have your contact? And most times you will be the one to give her your phone and type and let her type in her contact. And the number three is to discuss something important with her. If it is a girl that you already know and you have been a friend and you want to discuss something very important with her, so you know the main topic or something in your mind that you want to discuss about. So when you know the most important thing you want to discuss about, it's very easy to start a conversation. And the last one is maybe to have some fun. Okay, I just invite you today because like yesterday I called a girl and what I told her was I'm just feeling boring, I'm feeling lonely and I just want to hear your voice, and if you don't can if you I mean if you have some free time, can we see this evening? And she said yes. So maybe you just want to have fun, you can have a conversation with a girl based on your intention. Now let me see your comment if you are watching this live. Let me see your comments if you are enjoying the video so far. So let's dive into tip number two. Alright. So tip number two is to find common interests. Now when you start a conversation with a girl, what you want to do is to find what you have in common. Maybe like your dress. There was a girl, the first day we meet, she was wearing red clothes and I was also wearing like my short sleeve, that's red short sleeve. So immediately I said, wow, It's like there is a reason why we meet each other. So look at the color of your clothes and look at the color of my clothes. She said, wow, no, there's nothing. But I know, seeing just by observing the color of our clothes and looking at the color of my clothes, so you want to quickly find some common interests, something you have in common when you start a conversation. So these are a few things. Maybe you work together, or maybe group assignment, or dressing color, or school, or any subject. Maybe you offer the same subject. You can ask her, what do you like about this subject? Or if you work in the same group, something maybe assignment, you can say, okay, how is your program? I mean, how is your progress so far? So you always want to find something you have in common. Alright, so now let's go to how to keep a conversation going without running out of words. Now, my tip number one is to observe. My tip number one is observation and story. This is one of my favorite. When anytime I observe a girl and I will quickly tease up a story. I told you last night I met a girl and she was wearing gown. So immediately I used that to compliment her and to tease up a story about my elder sister. What I told her was, well, the first time, like immediately I sight you this evening and I saw you wearing gown, I know that, wow, my girl is really packaged. That makes me to remember my sister when she was still single. Like she normally wear gown, I will snap her and I will post her on my status. She was saying like, wow, you have started again, something like that. So you always want to observe her and find something that you can tease up a story together. You can also observe your environment. If there's anything you like that is going on the environment, maybe you are new to the area, like for example, maybe you go to ShopRite or any fun place, you can ask her question like, okay, what do you like about this place? Or this place is highly entertaining, or this place is, fun to be. So you can ask her any question about just from observing the your environment. Now, tip number two is question plus story. You can ask our question something like, what is your best, who is your best friend, or what is your best food, or where will you like to visit, or how do you spend your time alone? These are some of the interesting questions you can always ask a girl. You know, the easy way, the best way to just keep the conversation going when you start a conversation with a girl is very simple. Don't overthink it. What you just need to do is to think of a way of asking our question from our answer. Then you can tease it up with a story, maybe your personal story or someone else's story. Or if you don't want to do that, just from observing her, if you ask her any question, and you can create your own question or ask her any question you feel like. That's the best way of keeping a conversation going without running out of words. So I also have the confidence boost. I also have the confidence booster. If you haven't checked it out, I put a link in the description of this video for you guys. So the confidence booster, I break down some strategies of boosting your confidence. So if you haven't checked it out, there's a link in the description of this video. So now I would like to add your question. If you have any question, if you are watching this live and you have any question, let me see your question. Let's see what is going on. So I would like to see your questions. Okay, no any question. I don't see any question so far. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up the video right here since there is no any question. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like me to make more videos just like this one, don't forget to subscribe and comment in the comment section below. Love you guys so much and appreciate you guys for your support. Thank you so much, and I will see you. Make sure you tap on the screen to watch recommend videos, and I will see you next time. Enjoy yourself, man.